Now from a place that through the years, a look at the O.co Coliseum in Oakland. Time for Game 2 between the Chicago White Sox and the Oakland A's. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. He's ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, last year he had an ERA of about 3.5. Very consistent. Really, he kept his ball club in the game every time he took the mound.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
For the infielders tonight, be prepared. If he gets that sinker working like he normally does, it should generate a lot of ground balls.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He went deep last game, and he seems ready to take advantage of any mistakes he sees right now.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will be foul. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Hahn has his target, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. Now Cabrera swings and misses on a good pitch that time as he's rung up for out number 2. And with that, let's get a quick glance at the Oakland A's defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about one of the best arms in all of baseball, Josh Reddick absolutely possesses one of them. You just don't run on Reddick. We'll see if anybody tries in this one.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Yeah, even with the bases empty here and 2 away, you still need to be careful here. So he's pitched him smart so far.
Just underway here in Oakland. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Jose Quintana is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Southsiders. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA of just under 3.5. He's thrown some great ball games in his career. He's thrown some real clunkers. Hopefully, for his sake, he throws well in this one.
Cabrera is there to make the catch, and it's a 1-pitch out to start the home first. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Who stands out to you, EK?
You know, guys, I can't wait to see if Stephen Vogt can keep it going. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs, his approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball, then this one runs in on him as he has to dance out of danger there.
But we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Yeah, Bullard's got a pretty good strike zone all around. He'll miss a call every once in a while in the corners, but what umpire doesn't?
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third,
Chris Davis gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. We'll move to the 2nd inning here in Oakland. Todd Frazier will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
To protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hahn gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Deoner Navarro steps into the box, and we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. In there, no balls and a strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Batting sixth, second baseman,
Brett Laurie is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Billy Butler strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And here's a ball hit in the air. Making the play over there is Abreu for the first out.
batting fifth.
Now to the plate, Josh Reddick, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Down the first base. Oh, and it's off the first base bag. Taken in by Abreu. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Batting sixth.
Boy, that's just a nice job coming off the mound right there. You've got to give your fielder a nice target to aim for. You got to know where the bag is. You got to make sure you catch the ball. And then most important of all, you better get yourself out of the way. He was able to accomplish every one of those things for the out.
Standing in now, Danny Valencia. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Navarro finds it, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. We'll go now. Jimmy Rollins will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
And here is strike one called to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Rollins swings and misses as he's behind here 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's one gone in the inning. Avisail Garcia is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Austin Jackson will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1, 2, 3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Stephen Vogt will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home.
Still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Quintana's ready. Here's the first pitch. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. hits this one hard the other way. Lowry's there. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting 8.
Marcus Semien will stand in. A couple of hits in that ball game last night. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike one. And he lays off for ball one. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Strike three on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Semien is retired, 2 down now.
Batting 9. First
Mark
baseman.
Canha digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. Now a swing and a fly ball. Abreu in foul ground and foul. One and two.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much. Adam Eaton will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
In there, strike one. Ball one. Pulled toward right center field. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the fourth.
Left fielder number 53.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And striding in is the left fielder, Melky Cabrera. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball one. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Hans ready. Here's the 1-2. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Stepping in, Jose Abreu. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
Davis is under it. And that ends the inning. Billy Burns is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Cue shot here out towards short. But this will find the glove of Rollins at short. 1 gone.
Now batting. Second
Jed
baseman.
Lowry stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Out in front of it, strike one. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And both of these guys working in pretty much the same realm, just a 1-mile-an-hour differential from 94 down to 93 is the top speeds. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. To short. Rollins is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Through 4. Todd Frazier heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. So 1 away, and here's the catcher, Deoner Navarro.
Catcher, Deoner Navarro.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. Jimmy Rollins is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off. Billy Butler comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, but getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Line toward the alley in left center. And this is going to get down for Butler. Should be extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Now batting, right fielder,
Josh Reddick stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And a pinch hitter may be next as Coco Crisp has moved out into the on-deck circle now.
Coco Crisp.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. For Butler, he picks up his first 2-base hit of the new season. Grounded to short, taken in by Rollins. And he's retired here, 1 away. Striding into the box, Danny Valencia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Now the runner breaks for the plate. Squeeze attempt, misses!
Trying a little sneak attack right there with the suicide squeeze. Looking to put that first run of the ball game across. But as you can see, it just winds up blowing up right in their faces.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Way outside. 1-2. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Navarro is under it, so they do get their first hit, but Coco Crisp will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field.
Avisail Garcia will step in to lead things off for the White Sox here in the 6th. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Lowry. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Center fielder number 10.
Into the box now, Austin Jackson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike one. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Well, a couple of good swings back-to-back, but nothing at all to show for it.
The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball, 1-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Adam Eaton will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first-pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced.
And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play, and that ends the inning. Stephen Vogt gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Yeah, and he's really getting over the top of that curveball.
Gets a small piece near the plate. That's a foul ball. Quintana's got his target. 0-2 pitch on its way. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jackson is under it. 1 away.
Now, if you're a pitcher, you have to love pitching at this place. And you've got a cool night here, making the air a little heavy. And this ball just has 0 carry to it.
Marcus Semien is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 2-1. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Looking to avoid his first walk. Hit hard towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
Now batting, first baseman
Mark Canha stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. Drilled on the ground to short. Backhanded. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. A's are. Melky Cabrera will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Hit hard to short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball, too, but unfortunately, he hits it right at someone, so it becomes a fairly easy out.
Jose Abreu stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Chopped foul right at home plate. Hahn into the windup. Here's the 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either, but when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
So 2 away here is the Sox bat in the 7th, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Canna is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Billy Burns will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Line drive to left. And that's going to be a base hit, so the possible go-ahead run is on here to start the home half of the 7th.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. He's set. Here it comes. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw. Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
Oh, and with nobody out, that could turn out to be a big stolen base right there. Now, not only do you keep out of the double play, but you also get the ever-important go-ahead run into scoring position.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time, as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
Well, sometimes if you're going to go out and try to win the game, you need to take some chances. And sending the guy from second was certainly a big chance. But it works out for him, so now they can take the lead here with something as simple as a fly ball.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game. Because
meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. Nothing lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, we waited until the 7th inning to get somebody into the run column. Here's your opening run of the game right there. The way this one's gone, 1 run might be enough to do it.
Chris Davis will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lined hard toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
And things are starting to change for the worse out there. Now, this is a guy who hadn't given up a run until earlier this inning. And now all of a sudden, he's having a hard time getting anybody out. Looks to me like he's hit the wall out there.
In now, Billy Butler. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and there's a swing and a miss by Butler, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, when you have a guy like Country Breakfast in the middle of your lineup, you're going to see some big bombs and timely hitting. Let's see what he can do right here.
Runner goes. Oh, and this is in the dirt. And they will tag him out in a rundown, and that is Bonehead City right there. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. After several seasons in Kansas City, the team that originally drafted him, Butler, moved on to Oakland via free agency.
Yeah, his numbers kind of dwindled a bit in his last couple seasons in Kansas City, but he is a professional type hitter, and he's still definitely a threat.
Full count now, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. Coco Crisp stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Look out, 2-0 now.
And, you know, working inside is great. Even backing guys off is fine when the time's right. But you need to be careful here in the late innings when your guys are already down.
3-0 now.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Seared down the first baseline, but foul. Here it is on 3-1. Hit in the air to center field. And Jackson will look this one in to retire the side. Deoner Navarro will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a high strike there, 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. On the ground to the right side. A tag for 1. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jimmy Rollins. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Bounce to first. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Hahn sets. First pitch on the way. Avisail Garcia is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. And he may have thought something was on here as he stepped off to look back to first. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Matt Albert is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Alex Avila is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Leading off for the eighth.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Avila is up with it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher
Stephen Vogt will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Set to deliver the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Got him lunging for one there as this is pushed fouled off to the left. It's 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone. Very tight ball game so far. 1-0 the score as we take a look at our starter comparison, and both guys have given excellent performances to this point. Marcus Semien will dig in now. He's struck out and lined out in his first two at-bats. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. A pause, and the 0-2. Slider, good two-strike pitch, but it misses 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. A look there at the Bay Bridge from the East Bay side, where we are for this one from the O.Co Coliseum in Oakland. Sean Doolittle is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 62.
And so here is Austin Jackson. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
And not the start they were hoping for, as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the ninth.
The right fielder, number 1.
Adam Eaton will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Oh, and he misses it. The throw into second, and he is in there.
Left fielder, number 50.
So stepping in, Melky Cabrera, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Heading out toward shallow right. Crisp will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out, number 2. Jose Abreu step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. But he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And that misses. 2-1. Swing and a miss as he can't connect there, and now the Chi Sox are down to their final strike. Boy, struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Wow, just a really great game to watch from beginning to end. A well-pitched 1-0 ball game. This is just a broadcaster's dream.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really came through with a dominating pitching performance. You see there, 12 strikeouts, and that doesn't even tell the whole story. That was as good as I've ever seen him pitch.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those...